Okie dokie. We're live. Here we go. Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday night. I think it's Tuesday. I've slept away. I've slept away the day. I have. Let's see if I can get up here. This is going to be a live video chat screen. Here we go. As usual, a live video chat show. We will be doing arts and crafts for adults because sometimes we use dangerous tools, so we need supervision. And we're also going to be a chat show where we chat back and forth with each other because we're goofy in that way and we like to be goofy and we like to be as goofy as possible if we can. So here we go. We're getting some people coming in here. Hi, Brittany. There's Brittany's number one. There she is. um, and look, there's Melissa. Melissa's bored. I know, she's bored. Melissa sent me a picture earlier today, and it was one of those pattern papers that comes out of your when you're making sewing patterns, and in the pattern there were some pictures of shirts and dresses and skirts and pants, and it was giving directions and stuff. And I said, "Oh, color them and cut them out and make paper dolls out, paper clothes out of them." So I don't know. We'll see if she's going to do it or not. Joe will be here in a minute. He's in the other room. And there's Jen. Hi, Jen. And then Linda. Thank you, Linda, for coming in. Welcome, Linda. Welcome, welcome. We're going to do a whole bunch of little stuff today. And there's Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. Howdy do. Howdy do. Come in, come in, come in. So anyway, I do have a devotion for you, and I will be doing that. And I also am going to be working in my 365 creativities book. I'm doing this with Rebecca at Create with Becca, and she's been doing this with Gigi in another book called 365 Days of Art. It's a blue book, just kind of like this. And then today I noticed that she posted a picture of page 79, and these are apartment flats. And so it says here, fill the flats with life. And so I've started doodling a little bit, thinking, okay, what can I put in a window? What would you put in the window? And I thought, well, I'm going to have you guys help me out on what you would see in one of your windows. And it might be a living room scene, it might be a bedroom scene. Oh, this one has a shade pulled down. There's a shade here. This is a shade. It's pulled halfway down to block some of the sunlight. So that's kind of neat. Curtains. Curtains would be cute to do like this, and then fill something in, something like that, and then fill something in, and then you could do the cafe curtains, and they might go across like this with those rings. The cafe curtains have little rings, and then there's like a little ruffle of a curtain, and it could have some designs on it or something. I'll just put some polka dots. So we get to fill these out. A dream catcher. Plants. Yeah, this one's got plants in it. Some more plants. So a dream catcher is kind of like a circle, and it hangs. It hangs, and then it's got like yarn, and it goes across in a no pattern, and and then sometimes it has things that hang down off of it, feathers, and charms. And I don't know what else, a dream catcher. I have to look it up. Well, there's Barbara dear. Hi, Barbara dear. And Janice. Welcome, welcome. And there's Sherian. Hi, Sherian. Hi, dear. Everybody saying hello to everybody. And it's a webbing in the middle. Yeah, it's some kind of webbing. Let me look it up. I already forgot what it was called. A dream catcher. Let's just do a little bit of a Google. It's got feathers and it's got a little bit of a design. It does have a design in it, maybe some beads. And they're usually handmade, of course. And it's an Indian craft. But I think I've got that. And it might have some flowers on it. Lots of feathers. Okay, I've got it. That's what I got. I've got the gesture of it anyway. Owls. Sometimes shapes. Basically what I've got, some kind of webbing and feathers. Macrame. Okay, that's good enough. A kitty cat. Okay, let me do a kitty cat. And I'll do a silhouette maybe of a cat. Let me try a image. There should be lots of silhouettes. Lots of different silhouettes. There's a bunch of cat silhouettes. People. There's a kitty cat. Okay, I got a little kitty cat. I thought I would just do sketching with a lot of these, and then I can go back either with my pencils or my gel pens and do some coloring. I'm not going to be able. Oh, a bird cage. The kitty cat's over here looking at a bird cage. So there's a bird cage, and I want to do the lines. I'll think about the lines of the cage here in a second. I got a bird. It's a tiny bird in a big window. Good evening, Janet. Hello, Miss Gigi. Hi, guys. All of you are girls so far, so I can say hi, girls. All my girls are here. Good to see everybody. If I've missed anybody's if I've missed anybody's suggestion, you'll have to put it in again for me because chat is just a flying. And if it has rolled off, you need to put it in on there for me again. So it's good to see everybody. We're having a good time already. We've started we're sketching in these windows. These are all apartment buildings. And in the book they're calling them flats. And I believe that's like a European name for an apartment is a flat. So we are putting in something in the window. And this one up here does have either a kitty cat or a doggy in the window. It looks like it might be a doggy with a sweater. It sure does. So we're filling up the windows. So what would you think would be in a window of an apartment building? Yes, Barbara. Janet Nash is there, all tucked up in bed with Freddie. Yes, yes. They have just got their jammies put on and in the bed. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Spread the love and and give the thumbs. And Vanessa's going to be having her second hand surgery this week on Thursday. So we will be keeping her in our thoughts and prayers. And maybe she'll be home in time to to snooze a little bit on the couch with me on Thursday night. A lamp or a fan? Okay, Linda. Um, let's see. How about a table and a lamp? And then a lamp and some light coming out. And again, I'm going to use some colored pencils and I'll highlight the little lamp with the light, the yellow light. That would be good. And the other one was a fan. A fan. Bear with me. Is it going to be a box fan or a round fan? I'm going to try to make a round fan. And it's going to be a fan. And then on the fan, there's going to be all these wires, right? We'll see. That might be right. Okay. I'm going to go back over to some of my silhouettes. Maybe there's a man standing in the window over here. We got a guy standing there. And he's just kind of hanging out. And you know what else I was thinking about is you know how they have these exercise bikes and they're in front of the window and they're riding their stationary bikes. Mhm. Okay, we got us a guy standing there. A toucan? A T-Rex? Now, Janice. Okay. You just don't know what's going on. I'm going back over to silhouettes. See if I can find something over there that's kind of silly like that. A toucan or a T-Rex or a giant bunny, a girl holding balloons. Uh, I suppose we could do all kinds of silhouettes. A plane, a ballerina. Here's a girl. I don't know if I could draw her or not. She might be standing here with her buddy, her friend, or her date, and she might be standing there saying, "Where we going tonight, honey? Where you want to go? Where you want to go tonight, honey? You want a ballerina?" There's Batman. She's saying, let's go down to that new place. Let's go down to the new restaurant. We could do all silhouettes. Then I won't have to color anything. Birds on a wire, an elephant, a bird, a guitar, a singer, a fairy, a witch, all kinds of safari animals. Of course, animals, a lot more dogs and cats, a tree, an owl, a bunny rabbit. I see what you all are saying. Let me go back just a second. Oh, you want to put the cuckoo clock in the window. Oh, I like the string of beads. I do like the string of beads. So we have a curtain and a string, and in on the strings will be beads. I love that idea. Only I wish it was like a big picture of it, so I could do them justice. So we got some round beads, and we have some square beads. And then we might have some uh, flowers. Oh, and I know another good one too. Remember the lamps that were on the floor? They're called ceiling to floor lamps, and they were on a pole, and and the lamps the lights, there were like 3 or 4 lights, and they were in a cone shape, and you can tilt them up or down. Remember those back in the 70s? So this will be lights will come out of here and out of here. I'll put some rays coming out of there, those pole lamps. That's funny. I'm trying to be realistic. Here's a baby carriage. There might be a baby. There could be a baby in this apartment flat. They're getting ready to go outside. Or maybe it's just a little a bed, the bassinet. It could be just the bassinet for the baby. And here's a woman holding a baby. I don't know if I have room enough. I'm just not real good with tiny, tiny, tiny things. I do have my micron pen, but I don't know if it's the biggest one or the smallest one. I have to get them all 3 out and test them. We could have a picture, like a picture window or a stained glass of something on the wall. Maybe it's a bird or an eagle. So we've got like a photograph. And I'm sure we could have some kind of another kind of tree. What are those? The oh the there's like 2 balls and a flower pot, and they're greenery or flowers or something. Let's see what you're all saying. Santa Claus. A person climbing out. We could have somebody climbing across, like Spider-Man. I think Rebecca had Spider-Man coming across. She had Spider-Man coming across. Yeah, we need to have like uh one of those burglar guys climbing the wall. There's King Kong. We could put King Kong on here somewhere. Let's look up King. Here we go. Let me get a good picture of King Kong. We want a big King Kong up here. You okay? Joe's in there coughing like something going on. Something was going on. How do you get that mouth? Goodness gracious.
Who's talking to me?
I did.
Oh,
Honey, you okay?
well, sure. Fine as a frog's hair.
Well, there's my version of King Kong. That's all I got. I'm sorry, but that's what I got.
Well, he's
He's furry.
yeah. It's kind of like that thing that runs through the John. The
He looks like almost a robot, but oh well. I'll give him some hair. He's furry. We're making up windows, Joe, for apartment buildings,
mm-hmm.
and if you saw these buildings, what would you see in the windows? Excuse me.
In the windows
What would you see in the apartment windows? What could you see?
right now.
Could you?
Well, yeah. You see those. That's a good. Your last one on the bottom right, bottom there is good.
You like this one?
That's your lights with the pole light.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. It's a '70s thing though, but
Mm-hmm. You
it's
heard
still
me.
new.
Okay. Okay.
And maybe the cat, maybe I don't know.
What would you see if you didn't see any of this? What would you see in a window up above?
In the window up above
What would you see in those windows in apartments?
the ceiling.
You'd see the ceiling light.
Yeah, the ceiling.
Let's see if I can make
Uh,
a ceiling fan. I made another little fan over here, but
yeah, I like
yeah,
a
a ceiling
ceiling
fan.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. Let's see.
Now I guess if you was a guy and you was looking down in a girl's room like that, you might see the baby stroller like that.
Mm-hmm.
What? There's Janice, Miss Gigi, Sherry, Janet Nash, Candy, Barbara Chicken. Well, hey, Barbara, I'm cooking tonight, having chicken pot pie society. Abby, quit it. Sherry Van, Ahafu Divine, whatever that is. Oh, get down. Look, see? Y'all stepping on my feet with those claws. Yeah, I was going to say the roof too, Janice. That's kind of a. Oh, nobody has said what. I don't know. That third one might be. How about a blind? Is that a row blind or
Mm-hmm. There's a blind
okay?
there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Christmas tree's good. Somebody hanging up their clothes to dry.
We want to do. I think Rebecca did Spider-Man.
Oh
Where
yeah.
did I see her thing? Was it on Facebook? Um, was it on? Was it on here? Here it is. Oh, she's got a rabbit, a super rabbit.
Oh, that's cute. Do you remember Underdog?
Yes, I do. He was one of my favorites.
Underdog.
And she's got a little park going on down here
Yeah. There's
with a
Brittany. Hi,
butterfly.
Brittany.
And I don't want to
No.
copy. I don't want to copy.
Barb.
I'm not. I don't want to copy. So I'm gonna turn this one off. I don't want to. I don't want to see what she's got because she's got other things. But
Yeah.
I did say Spider Man. So let's do Spider Man. She did another character.
There's the
So let me look for
magical
Spider
touch of
Man.
studio. There's Linda,
Spider Man. Spider Man.
Kathleen, Kelly. Hello. Hello.
He's going to have one hand sticking to this side.
The magical touch of studio. Okay. Linda Morrow. Morrill.
Morale.
Morale. Yeah, Barb, I've got the chicken in the deep frying pan, just kind of thawing out a little bit. I should have took them out of the freezer 3 hours ago.
Okay, this is my version of the Spider Man. Sorry.
Oh, well, if you put some color on him, he looked just like he's supposed to,
Okay.
except his feet's short. Maybe
He's
that's
stretched between buildings.
maybe that's a baby Spider Man,
Mm-hmm.
a little short. Oh, is that a bird in the window or is that a TV?
Oh, I don't have a TV.
Yeah, because everybody now's got those great big old
Oh, that's a picture.
50 inch TVs. So, like if you was looking in a window and you wasn't in a high rise, you'd. But the thing about it is the high rises they like people to look in their windows. The people that live in those big high rises over the river and the ocean and stuff, their windows are huge. They're 6 by 6, walled floor. Angela Snyder, hello, Beth. How are you?
Okay. Barbara, the chat is flying, so I can't see all the. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
I'm trying to
sorry.
get them
It's
all
not your
out.
fault. I'm just saying
Oh,
I can't. I can't do everything. So you guys know that, right? So don't get mad at me if I've missed you. If I've missed you, there's my Spider Man.
oh my! You need a magnifying glass for a little guy.
Well, I can't help it. That's as big as the page is. He's not a big guy anyway,
How you know?
because I've seen the
Is
movie.
he been coming over here again?
Uh huh. Okay. Good night, Gigi. Are you going to bed? It might be late with her where she is.
About 3 hours.
Thank you for coming in.
Bye, Miss Gigi.
Hello, everybody coming in and everybody going to bed. Janet's going to bed here in a little bit.
Hey, there you go. The pigeons will eat your apple pie.
Pigeons, pigeons.
You think apple, Janice, or would it be a strawberry pie? Balloons, yeah. Somebody could be having a party.
We did. We saw somebody with some balloons. I'm going to put some balloons over here.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait till dinner's going to be ready. I might just have to have me some of that ham salad I made.
Well, that sounds good, honey. I could eat one. And I'll color it. I'm going to color them in. Let me get some pigeons up here.
Janet Nash said a fish. Why not?
Why not a fishing pole? Somebody fishing?
Yeah, it could be a fish.
Let me see. I was going to do a pigeon up here. A row of pigeons. A
Yeah.
row of pigeons.
The China people or the Chinese, they like their fish, the friends. You know the squanas. What do they call them? The white and orange, and they get to be huge.
Sequoias.
Sequoias. Well, I couldn't say that word. Sequoia. Uh-huh. Yeah. Look at there. How's the crow go, Jan? Jen? A crow goes, oh, 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 oh. An owl goes, whoo, 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 whoo. I can do a whippoorwill too.
Whippoorwill. Whippoorwill. A bob white.
I can do Bob White. Yeah.
We're doing whistle calls now. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Could be could be a loose squirrel on the ledge of the window.
A
A
squirrel.
squirrel. I know how squirrels go. I used to squirrel. I used to deer hunt, and the squirrels would come down to me and check out who's making the. They think somebody was eating their nuts because that's a squirrel nut call, or maybe it's just me being a nut trying to call squirrel, something like that. But I was on the a big tree that fell, and I got up inside the tree branches and stuff, and I was actually hunting for deers. But this squirrel, I was calling so good on the caller, he kept coming around and wanting to play with me. He was wanting to. He, I guess he was lonely, or maybe he knew what I was there for, and he says, "Don't shoot me, don't shoot me." But oh, there's the good old days.
I'm looking up apartment windows now. And they're all curtains. They all have curtains in them.
They all do.
This one has people playing and dancing and action going on.
There was a movie about um, the guy, and it focused on a lot of the stuff uh, that he he was in his apartment across the road, and she was in her apartment, and it was kind of a scary movie, so I'll stop.
That would be nice.
Hey, hi,
And we were
Sister
going to try to
Cheryl.
have.
How are you? I got my hand raised and waving. Hi. I love that little guy
What guy?
right there that's waving at me.
Okay. Hi, Cheryl.
He's just a cute. It's a cute figurine.
Here's some people. Let's see what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
Nah, there's nothing going on. There's no action.
What do you mean by that, Barbara? Rear window, Joe.
Well, I've got some pretty good going on
I
here.
guess, yeah.
I'm just not a real good sketch artist, but I did what I could do. I just did what I could do. I was
Oh,
trying to. Oh, here's someone smoking out the window.
where's someone smoking up
Right
the window?
here.
Oh my God.
Look.
Are you serious? Yeah,
Yep, he's
yeah.
smoking. He's a smoker.
Well, I tell you what, I see. I know one that's not on there yet, and you have got a lot of them on there.
Yeah.
And all you ladies will know what I'm talking about when I say it. You'll say, "Oh yeah," and a lot of ladies, even the older ladies, they like to put the candle in the window for Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see that unless that's what that's for right there. Exactly. The light for Jesus. I don't have the story totally behind it, but I'm sure some of you all know it. My mother would know it. She had window. She had even when I was little, until this day, her house had the lights, little candles in the windows. Of course, they've kind of changed a while, a little different,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really strange. Now, I'll tell you what it could be. Now, the people that's getting rid of Spectrum and AT&T and all those high-priced television shows is going back to the little black looking antenna that goes in the window. Yep. Oh, Alfred Hitchcock. Okay, Janice, I like that. Yeah, I used to watch Alfred Hitchcock when I was little. The one that was the scariest, one I always heard was when they were flying in the airplane and the little boy was by the window, wanted to be by the window. And he kept saying, "There was something out there, Daddy. There's something out there." And he'd look, and then, of course, there was nothing there then. He did that about 5 or 6 times flying. And sure enough, his dad seen it. And it was some kind of alien, I'll just say it that way, that was out there on the wing of the plane. It give me cold chills.
We got a guy down here smoking.
Oh my
Oh, let's see.
Well,
We could put a.
I guess it could be a guy if his mother told him not to smoke, but it's usually ladies that
Here, we got a
smoke.
satellite dish up here.
Yeah, ET satellite.
We got us a satellite on the roof.
You could put
Now, let's see.
indirect E. You could put INDT indirect
I'm not what
TV.
I have not been watching. Hi, Joy.
Oh, I didn't even see
Hi,
you.
everybody coming in. I'm sorry, I'm looking down. There's Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Uh,
There's Marriage Key. Moji Joe, scariest movie I ever still think
a
about.
crow. Well, I've got these birds up here, so I'm
Let,
not going to
let,
draw another
let
bird,
me
but that's
see.
a good idea. Oh, an apple pie on the ledge would be good. Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah, on the ledge. Yeah, but she said something about the birds would eat them.
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's the one I always. Uh,
This is my apple pie. Okay, there's my apple pie.
but what was the other guy who he was like? He wasn't as old as Alfred Hitchcock,
All right, let's
but
see.
his he had
All of these
always wore a
characters over
suit.
here are smoking. These are yakking, talking. There's a bird, plants, cats, people hanging out the window, drinking coffee. Let's see if I could put some kid over here.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
And
My name is Alfred Hitchcock. The Twilight Zone. Yeah, that's it, Candy.
he's hanging out the window, checking checking everybody out.
I always thought the guy who narrated the Twilight Zone was just
I
so
got a kid hanging out
cool.
the window over
Oh
here.
my gosh.
He's just hanging out. He's not falling. We need somebody up here dropping a water balloon. I need two more down here. Let's see. Oh, this guy's working out. Okay, let's do a guy working out. I said riding those bikes. Uh, they see him on the commercials. Here he goes. We got his little Jack down here, Jack LaLanne. You all don't even know who Jack is.
Exercise, man.
You guys don't know who Jack LaLanne is,
Yeah,
do
you can
you?
have like two, three. Like, okay, there you go. Right there beside the guy hanging, the boy hanging, looking out the window. There's a guy and a girl in there exercising.
Well, no, she's saying, honey, where do you want to go out to dinner tonight?
Oh my
Look,
gosh.
she's fixing her
I
hair.
know what I
She
seen.
says, she says, let's go down to the new restaurant.
I don't know if my mom would approve for that one.
Why?
Cause she's.
They're married.
Oh well, okay then. It's okay.
And then these
Oh
kids over
my.
here are playing games. They're playing cards.
Yeah, you smell that chicken in there? Is that chicken cooking?
They're playing cards over here. So let me go down and see what's going on. Wow, chat is a flying. Janice knows Jack LaLanne.
Jack Bang. Yep.
Let's see.
He's almost a 5 foot tall, ain't he? You know my gosh, I think he's still alive. Um, he's just wrinkled,
He just wrinkled.
just wrinkled. Yep, all them muscles punched out that figure and them arms and stuff. He had the best arms, I know that. Lucy in the sky. Do, 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 do.
That's what this guy's doing. He's playing. He's got his earphone, but his ear things on, and he's having it's music.
Oh, I think that's that
He's
guy.
play. I tried to do a guitar,
Oh,
but I ran out of room.
yeah, little shorty.
So
I
we
think
got some rocker down here.
that's Mitch and his dad selling cars.
Okay, I think I got enough. Uh,
Oh, 2009.
I was going to
Yeah.
do a
What? 5'6" tall.
what do you call the the guys that scale the that scale the apartments that scale the walls. The thieves are a burglar.
Oh, I didn't know
Honey,
that.
would you go please feed the kitty
What?
cat? That's cruel. That's
It's
cruel.
not cool. What? I ain't doing nothing to her. She's every. She thinks she's supposed to eat when you get on online, and then when you get offline, she thinks she's supposed to come to me and
Joe,
eat.
go feed the kitty cat. You go feed that cat.
I she she's the one that come out of the potty box whenever you went online. Cat burglar. Cat on a hot tin roof. Yep. James Bond. I like James Bond. I like all the James Bond guys. I even that little new one, Garrett. Uh,
I've got this guy straddling between these two apartment buildings.
oh man,
He's a cat burglar.
oh, you need to make him look like he's going to
James
put a
Bond.
little ladder down where that cat is.
He might have a rope hanging from the top. Let's give him a rope.
You are a good kitty. I got that chicken in there. I will give you a piece whenever.
I've got him hanging down from the top. The Matrix guy. Yeah, he walks on walls, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
So we got us a burglar. Okay, we need to move on. It's 6:49. We could do this all day, but this was really really fun. And as I look at the date, I do want to tell you something. For the Floridian kids in the room, uh, that there was going to be a website where Florida is giving away COVID testing um,
Kids.
kits, and um, and I think it was for the state of Florida, um, and they're giving them away tomorrow. So and it's online. And I'm going to, if anybody is interested in that, let me know, and I will message you the message that I got. And you go, I'm going to go online at exactly 12:01 tonight because I bet they're going to go like hotcakes. But I think there might be other places where you can actually get free uh, COVID testings. I just don't know where they are at this moment. Not that I need it, but
You have to look in your
will you go
individual areas.
get me some fresh water? Careful,
Oh,
careful.
okay, I got it.
Um, so anyway, this was really cute, and I'll have to color it at another time. But I don't have to color it. You can spend as much time on these little things as you want. We had a great time with this, so did we not? So let me go ahead and take a little picture of what I got, and that's good of that. And then I'd like to go ahead and do your devotion now, if you all don't mind. If you don't mind, I would. I would. So, this is really short and sweet, okay? Okay. All righty. You all chit chat. That's fine. So, anyway, I'm going to do a little, probably a 3-minute devotion here. Not even that long. So this is a story. It's called about. It's titled "A Pound of Bunny." A pound of bunny. A pound of butter, and it's talking about honesty. There was a farmer who sold a pound of butter to a baker. And one day, the baker decided to weigh the butter to see if he was getting the right amount, which he wasn't. Angry about this, he took the farmer to court. And so the judge asked the farmer if he was using any measure to weigh the butter. And the farmer replied, Honor, I am primitive. I don't have the proper measure, but I do have a scale. And the scales are the kind that you put one on one side and something on the other side, and you can see if it's even or not, that kind of a scale. So the judge asked, Well, then, how do you weigh the butter? And the farmer replied, Your Honor, long before the baker started buying butter from me, I have been buying a pound loaf of bread from him. So every day when the baker brings the bread, I put it on the scale and I give him the same weight in butter. If anyone is to be blamed, it's the baker. So the moral of the story is, in life, you get what you give. Don't try to cheat others.
That's good.
That's good. And I agree. I agree to most of this. And I think it also applies to the type of person you are and the type of uh, character you are. But it's also where we are individually in our lives. I think we grow, and we learn from an early age, and we get to be adults, and then we get to be the leaders to younger people, and people look up to us. And I think it's how you were brought up and how your thinking goes. And I think that you have to learn to learn some of this stuff is one way of working things out in your life. But I also believe that when I was growing up, I watched my mom. So I had a figure to follow. I had someone older and wiser and a hero to look after and to watch and to learn from. And whenever my mom put something together for somebody, it was never just a jar. It was just never just the item that you were giving to them. It was that plus something else. If she was giving somebody a jar of food, a jar of pickles or jelly, she would always put the jar in there, but she would add a little baby jar with it, of something else. Or she would put in, if she was giving somebody a jar of jam, she would always give them a little piece of some crackers or a box of crackers or a little loaf of bread to go with the jam. She would never give just the jam. That's the type of person my mother was. It was always fun for her to figure out what goes with it. What would be good with this. And it's just like when you're having a party, you would never just put out cheese on the plate. You would put cheese and crackers. So you always added a little more to what you had. If you had cheese, it might be ham and cheese, and a cracker. But that's the way I was brought up, always to give a little more. And I think I do that in I think I do that. I know I do that. That's how I work. But it's okay just to give the pound too. Now don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with just giving just the pound. But I always like to add something. It's like when when I mail a letter, most of the time when I mail letters, I have to put a sticker or a stamp or something else on it, and it's because I want you to receive a little more, and then that's how we work. That's how we work in the giving and the art. I'm, I don't know, I might be just an artsy type person, but anyway, there's your little takeaway, okay? That was cute. That was cute. So I'm going to turn the page and we're ready for next week. These little, I like these little doolollies, these little things, and there's several of them. I think there's about 6 more. So I got 6 more weeks of readings for you. Okay, thank you, Janet. I know I talk about my mom. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with talking about your mom. Now, I did get some Happy Mail today, and it's really not Happy Mail. It's something I bought. I bought me some more wool, so I thought, well, I'll just share it with you guys, and I'll open it with you all. So here we go. Let's open up my wool. Let's open up my wool. I talked to the lady. I tried to call her. And I said, Louise. And she goes, well, yes. I said, I remember your name because I've been buying wool from you for years. And she says, well, thank you. Thank you. She thanked me. So here's what I bought from the wool place. I bought me some black and some white. And these are, I believe, 2 ounces. And 1 ounces. Okay, these are 1 ounces. But I wanted to show you, this is how they mail them. And so this is by weight, not by size. Okay, so watch this when I open the 1 pound, package of wool. I want you to watch and see how it opens up. It's in a Ziploc pouch. Let's see if I can get it open. Here's the 1 pound, 1 ounce of wool. And it came like this. Isn't that funny? I just love it. I needed some Snow White, and this will last me for a long time. You use Snow White every now and then instead of the ecru, and I've got me some more ecru too. So I can, isn't that wonderful? So let's do this one. It's a little magic trick, isn't it? 1 ounce of black merino wool. Here it goes. You saw it. Isn't that beautiful? That's black. Isn't that awesome? How about that? Isn't that pretty? I needed the white and the black. So I bought white and black. I also needed some orange and yellow. So I bought me some orange and yellow. And these are also 1 ounces. Doesn't look like the same, does it? This is kind of a golden color, isn't it? It's like a kernel mustard. And then this one's called Sunset. And it's got a little bit of an orangey tint to it. And then this one is orange, called Carrot. This is called Carrot. I was getting low on some of my oranges, and that's because I made quite a few pumpkins in the fall. So I got me some more oranges and yellows so that I can be ready for this fall. So I just needed a few. Hi, Nashville. Welcome, honey. Hi, Nashville. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So these will go in I've almost got my wall hanging. I've got one of those shoe caddies over the door. Um, I guess I could take you over there and show you what I've done. The only thing in here is the lighting is not really good over there by the door, but I can show you what I do with my wools now. And I went ahead and ordered me some of this because this one's core wool and this one's called Cordell Neutral Ecru, and this is Cordell Natural Ecru. And this is been combed, and this one has not. We're going to give you a little wool lesson today. Just a little one. Get in there. Ooh, there it goes. This is 4 ounces. And this core wool has been it's been cleaned and it's been processed a little bit, but it has not been combed all in one direction. It's kind of messed up. It's kind of like a bad hair day. But roving wool has been combed in a long direction. All of it is in one direction. This wool is not. And so because it's put on, this one is put on a little extra machine to make it all in one direction, it costs a little bit more than the core wool. So that stands to reason. They worked with it more. And this one is just put out in the bin this way. So it's not as expensive. Oh, Jen. Jen is interested in another crafty book. Yes, I do, Jen. I could find one. Bye, Barbara. Okay, honey. Take care. So this wool was a little bit, a few pennies extra, less than say something of this nature. All of this wool is in one direction. So this one costs, a little bit more, and they vary in the type of wools, and the it just, all of the different wools are priced accordingly, is all I can say. Some cost more than others, and that's how they, that's how they charge you. So this is the same amount of wool as this, but this is not combed. But I use this a lot for stuffings, and I'm going to be using this wool here for when we do our cat cave. Now, Rebecca and I are going to do Felting Thursdays. We're going to continue to do that, and we are in February. I promised Rebecca that I would show her how to make a cat cave, and we're going to do that online, and it's going to be fun and it's going to be messy. Just telling you. It's going to be fun and it's going to be messy. But this wool here is a different shade because it's a different sheep. But it's a natural color. And if I run out of this wool when I make my cat cave, I'm going to get some of this. And uh, I will probably use a little bit of color to my cat cave, which is going to be a fabric wool um, poncho whole. It's going to be like a pocketbook without the straps, but uh, it's going to be made out of wool. It's going to have a hole in it for the cat to go in and sleep in it. And the cats like to be, oh, they like to be in dark, cozy places. So, so anyway, I'm bundling this up, and I'm felting the ends down a little bit, watching my fingers, and so it will stay together in the ball and won't be all over the place. So I'm tacking it together in a ball, but I'm not tacking it permanently. It's not going to it's not going to be too hard to take apart. But there it is together. So this is 4 ounces and this is 4 ounces. And then I have another one just like that one there. So we can open it up. There it is. So I bought some extra wool just in case. I didn't know how much. I've never made a cat cave before, so I didn't know exactly how much I would be needing. So I bought some extra of this shade, and it won't go to waste. I'll be able to use it for future projects. So you guys are talking. That's fine. And I will tuck this in. And I'm going to send you over here to the door to show you. I'm going to take all this wool with me, and I'm going to send you over here to the door so that you can see uh, my door. And I think I can get you over there. Okay. Upside down? No. No, I wouldn't have it upside down by any chance, would I? Let's put you right side up. But this is my messy room that I've been working on. But look, I want you all to look. You can actually see the tabletop right there. You can see the top of the table. I've lowered that. It was up real high, and I've lowered all of that. I have been working. I haven't today, but I have been working on that table over there. So, so now you're going to see me, see the backside of me as I gather my wool, and I wanted to show you how I keep my wool, or how I've started keeping my wool. But I bought this shoe thing on the back of the door so I can take and put my wool in here. So here's a yellow one. I'll put that over there in the yellow. And an orange. I've got orange up here. So that'll go in the orange one. And another yellow one. And then the rest of these are, oh, I have white. I want Snow White. There's my white. And there's my black. So I could put them together. And I could put my egg crew together. And then down here at the bottom, I don't know if you can see down there or not, I've got more places for the egg crew or the core wool. So that's how I'm keeping my wools, and I can take inventory really quick. I can take, to see what I need and what I don't need. Sometimes I like to buy things that are pretty to the eye, and I might decide I might decide, oh, I want some more blue or something, and I've got tons of blue. So here, let me turn you all back down. Turn you back around. So there. Oh, I'm out of breath, so give me a moment. And I have to excuse me because I did not take my allergy pill today. Because my pill box didn't have any more in them. I have more allergy pills. I just have to fill my pill box up. So, hi, Violet. Hi, Becky. Who else come in that I haven't seen? Jeannie's here. Glad to see everybody. Now, I am going to paint something tonight, and you all get to help me pick it out. But Kitty Jen has requested to see one of my art books that maybe I haven't shown. So I'm going to go over here and grab one off of the shelf and show it to you. Just one. Just one. And I'm going to show you this one. This is a little book. It's a 2-ring binder that Joe bought me at the secondhand store. And I don't know how old it is, if it has a date on it or not, but it is old. But it's something Disney, of course, and I'm down here in Florida, so I'd have to look it up online. And I didn't have the heart to tear it up or cover it, so I just left it as is. I haven't looked in this book for a while, so I'm not quite sure what's in here. But now I see that this was an index card game. Well, we've been doing the treasure hunts and the scavenger hunt games, and this is kind of like it. I don't know the date of this unless I see a date later on, but I did all of these, and as I did them, I yellowed them off. So there's 20 index card games in here, and I put, evidently I used this size of a paper to do this game with. There's butterflies, flowers and butterflies. This one's flowers, and I put a word on it, which I think was cute. This one says wise art attitude, and I stamped on this page, and I don't know if there's a stamp on here, but this was my beginning page, and it might be just something extra that I threw in. I don't have it. I don't see a date yet. I don't remember how old this is. It might be 1 year. It might be 2 years old. But this is the prompt. Instead of doing index cards, I did pages this size, and this was a game that either we made together here, or I used somebody else's index card prompts. So the second one is butterflies, and I made this little girl into a butterfly. Isn't that cute? Or she's holding a butterfly. I'm sorry. Isn't that cute? I do remember making this, and this was a cardboard cutout off of something, and then these are wings, feathered wings, and I have this stamp. I have a right wing and a left wing. Cute, cute, cute. And then I've got on the back here butterfly wings, flowers, beauty, colorful, and they make us smile. They make us dance, flutter, and fly, and they give us nectar. Okay, and that was all the things that I could think of. I don't know. I must have was doing something. Like, what did we see in this picture? What else did we see in this picture? Now, this one here says, the next one here is birds, but I don't see any birds. But it's a fall page. fall. I just put fall. Okay. We might find some answers. I can finally enjoy the moment. So there's a bear. There's some camping, nature, uh, summer. There's some, it looks like a picnic here, gardening, and it says summertime. Okay, what do you see in this summertime picture? And I've got heat, swimming, bugs, picnic, gardens, ice cream, AC, and vacations, camping. So I think what we did was we said, what does summertime mean to you? And we probably said all these words. And I said, how many of them are in my picture now? You know, something like that. Some kind of a little game I was doing. Here's a fall picture, Halloween. Here's a summer picture of a palm tree. Oh, I dated it. 2019. This one says September 2019 on this one. So this was definitely done in 2019. And I painted a picture and glued it down. And then I said on the back, what does the ocean mean to you? What do you see in the ocean? Drinks with umbrellas. Blue sea. And then I checked off all the ones that I used in my picture. Blue birds, moon, sun, boat, shells. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees. Well, here are the birds, and here's the bee. Did a little fun page and another one on birds. What do birds remind you of? And in this picture, I used a bird's nest, eggs, hummingbirds, feathers, trees, and blue skies. This looks like all of us, guys, and Joe. This is all of, there's the fibs, and there's Joe. Let's see what this one is. Friends. Friends. And I listed a whole bunch of things that what friends mean. Aw. And here's a window. And look, the window opens up. I've got curtains in the window. And then we've got people, our friends in here. Isn't that cute? Isn't that fun? And then I got to decorate this side of the window, and I put wallpaper up on the wall. Isn't that cute? A window index card with Kathy and Colleen. Here's a Christmas tree. And I've got Christmas. What does Christmas mean? Family. So, and this one is Dorian, hurricane birthday party, Dorian. This on this particular night, we had a hurricane coming through here, and we still arted, and I still streamed, and I said to everybody, if I lose power, just to let you know, I'm okay. But we're going to stream until we lose the power. I never did lose power. So storm. So we wrote down all the things that a storm, what we could vision in a storm. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Art in space. Ooh. Planets. And we wrote down all the words that we could think of regarding planets. And all of my planets are watches. That's fun. That's fun. And this one is stripes. Stripes. So we did a page of stripes and patterns. And it was newspapers, dictionary, stamps, colored pages, photos, dominoes, and dice. Black, anything black and white too. I think those are black and white. Here's one for, looks like Valentine's. And I did all kinds of love hearts. I did the Queen of Hearts. I've got love, and I made some hearts. I've got some doilies and bows and ribbons and lace. And it's love. And all of the words that related to love. And here's a kitty cat. So this one was done in August. And there's spring. And look, I've got a spring, a flower on a spring. Okay, so this is like a spring flower. Okay, all right, did y'all get it? So this was my interpretation of spring. What's new? This one's got beeswax on it. So I did some encaustic art. And if I'm not mistaken, I can probably still smell the beeswax. And I can't because my nose is all stopped up. That this is made with wax. You can also use paraffin wax. One day I will get my wax out and we will play with wax. And all I did really was I started with a piece of cardstock. Usually a thicker piece of paper is needed. And then you can put a little bit of wax down, and I use my little iron. I melt my wax, and then I put some paper down, and I iron it down and get the wax to go on top of it. And I move the wax around, and you make some kind of art with your wax. There's lots of ways that you can work with wax and encaustics. And normally the way they encaustics work is that you do use colored wax, and it's not just it's not necessarily a crayon. It's more of a pigment color that you put in your encaustics. In the true encaustics, they use a pigment, and the pigment is highly toxic when you heat it up. And but when you do a substitute and use crayons, it's not toxic. So we're in a non-toxic environment here. So we want to use safe things. So we use crayons. This is beeswax, or it could be a white wax. I do see a little bit of color here, so I could have some green mixed in there. And this one has blue wax. So this was a blue crayon that I melted and glued down a picture on this page. And the yellow part on the back is beeswax. And so here I glued down a tag and I've got some lace on here, believe it or not. And then I've got a card on the back. Just some random waxy art, random art wax. And so I did several pages with the wax, and this is where I stored them at. I didn't have any particular place to send them. And this is a tag that I did, and it says, "You are so loved." And it's a tag, and it has a tassel on it with some beads, some love beads. And believe it or not, this is a little Freddy dog. It's a little doggy. And there's a piece of doily and a rose, and it's layers. There's several layers on here. And this was just a little piece of my art that I put in the book. And here's another dog. And I did some drawing here. I did this with crayons, and then I ironed over top of it to see if it moved. It didn't move. or I had enough layers on it. And there's some extra paper. So there is that little flip through. So all kinds of little goodies in here, done back in 2019. So I hope that was fun. So I'm going to move on now. It's 7:30, and I want to move on to our painting tonight. So we did this one last week, and we did this one last week. We did both of these Saturday night. Melissa, when I do that lesson, when I melt the crayons, I will have to do a lesson on that and show you how to do it. I do not recommend you do it on your own, Melissa. You need my help or somebody's help. And then we did this one Thursday. And then we did this one the 11th. This was on Monday night. This was on Tanya and Lisa's marathon stream. And these were all last week's. Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, and Saturday. And now tonight. Okay. So, as far as working with melted crayons, it's you have to use a very, very hot iron, and I do not recommend it unless you're with mature people, experienced people. And I only say that out of love and safety, because I like to be safety first. Okay, so let me get my phone. And I thought, hi Kenneth. I thought I would ask you guys. Um, it's Tuesday night, January the 18th, and do y'all have a picture in your head? Some kind of a vision? What are you thinking about tonight? What are we thinking about? Trying to decide what we could paint. Trying to decide. Let's see who's paying attention. Mm-hmm. Beth, did you see my question? No, I didn't, Jen. I just showed you the book is all. I'll go back and see it for you, honey. Miss, I can look for your picture. Pineapple carrot cake sounds good. I'll go back. Yay. LOL. Thanks, Janice. Love the window, Beth. All good. I hope so, Janice. He left without his driver's license. Oh, no. I'm looking for your question, Jen. My stepson is now missing. Uh-oh. He got mad at something and left at grown-ups, but he's missing and no one can find him yet. Well, I hope we can find him, Melissa. You'll have to ask me again, sweetie pie. I'm sorry, Jen. But I did show you the book. I hope you saw the book. I did not see your question. Other than showing you the book. So I have missed it. I'm so sorry. Oh, you love it when you paint the beach scenes? You can paint something from your old home state of West Virginia. Do you have any mountain images? That's a good idea, Violet. That's good. That is good. Oh, man. You know, uh, you just flooded my brain with some beautiful images in my mind. And the images that I'm thinking of are the images of where I was brought up on the Ohio River. I was brought up on the Ohio River. I sure was. And, and of course, I do love the beach things. Um, um, uh huh. You got that right, Jeannie. Almost heaven is right. Almost heaven is right. It is correct. Um, let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Um, maybe, maybe I don't know if I want to paint that or not. But that was this week. That's in Huntington, West Virginia. And I don't know if you can see this gray. Right back here is some ground. It looks like the ground. Let me get it in here. And you see this light colored right in here and the dark shade? That, let me get it focused. That is the Ohio River. The white is on the banks of the other side of the river. So you see the trees and then you see some gray. That's the river. And then the white and the bushes across the way are from across the river. That's where I was brought up. And I have another barn. That's my barn. This is where my brother lives. That's where my brother lives. And you can see the river over here. You see these pine trees and you see a little bit of gray. That dark gray right there is the river, and then the snow is in my backyard. That's how close we are to the river, right on the river. No, this is the river, not the mountains. These are not the mountains. But when you talked about when Violet was saying, the beautiful mountains and stuff, I live in a valley, and that's the river. And I was looking for some air West Virginia pictures, and I had those, and so I thought, well, I would share those before we got to painting, and so I was looking for some West Virginia pictures, and I don't know that I have any West Virginia mountains, but I can probably, uh, find them on the internet, of course. find them on the internet. And so anyway, this is what my brother has at his house every night. I know the fan is up here, but he's got this big giant fireplace, and he builds a fire every day. Yep, he does. Excuse me. So anyway, I was kind of looking for some. Now here's another picture of the backyard. And you can see the river back here. That light is the river. That's water. And this is my brother's backyard and my beautiful sister-in-law's flowers. She's a flower child. Okay, Janice. I was just looking for some West Virginia pictures is all. You all got me started, getting me homesick. And then overlooking that backyard that I was talking about, this is where my brother sits. This is where my brother sits every day to look at the backyard. This is a porch. And he's got a potbelly stove out there. And this is his sanctuary. It is. So, anyway, I was just going back looking for some other pictures of West Virginia. And let me go back to my messenger. I've got pictures coming. Oh, yeah, here's some of the mountains. These are Blue Ridge Mountains. Now, I'm on the other side of West Virginia, away from the Blue Ridge Mountains. All of the Blue Ridge Mountains face the east, and I'm on the west side of West Virginia. But we can drive to this, and we do. We do drive to these. So that's a beautiful picture. I don't know if I can do it justice, but I can try. I can try. I can try. I would probably make realistic uh, pine trees and things like I did in one of the other pictures I did. But I could try to do this. That sounds good. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my pictures. Save. I don't know if it'll save in photos or where. I don't know how to copy. Let me copy it. Okay, sometimes I don't know how to do things, but I can save this to my photos. There we go. Here we go. And I'm going to put this in my Facebook group so that you all can see it. Got it. Beautiful. It's got a lot of blues. It's got a lot of orange and yellows. It's got grays. And it's got that Blue Ridge Mountain look. Now, let's see. I saw some other... see what else. I think I'm okay. All right. So I'm going to try to paint this. Okay. But this is Blue Ridge Mountains, and the Blue Ridge Mountains start way up in the Pennsylvania area, and they go all the way down to Georgia. Some I think they go all the way down to Georgia. The Blue Ridge Mountain Trail. It's a famous trail that pioneers used to go from the north to the south. So I'm going to put some gesso down. So are we okay now in the chat room? Everybody doing all right? Putting a little bit of gesso down. Just a little. And I'm going to get some colors out. Now there's a lot of orange and a lot of yellows. Let's see if I got enough shades. You know what? This would probably be really cool. I'll do it I'm going to do it in acrylics. But watercolor would be good. But I'm not an experienced watercolorer, so that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to get my gray out, and I'm going to get some of these blues. And I've got this really, it's a green, but it's also a blue. It's a jade green, and it has a hint of blue in it. And this is going to be one of my favorite colors in this picture. And I'm also going to use some lighter green down here at the beginning on top. We'll get some lighter greens, and I know they're going to mix in with the darker greens. And then I'll also have some of this, would be awesome. I might put it on last, being acrylic and all, being glittery, metallic. There's a Kelly green. I know I can use that too. So we'll start off with that. And there is a little hint of purple majesty. And that's in the sky. And I got some, I'm going to ignore there's some, it looks like there's a house up in the hill there, but it's a piece of white paint on my screen. I'm going to ignore the white spots. and there's layers. You can see these layers of mountains, and I might be able to. It's going to be a challenge, but I think I can do it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the sky. I'm going to work my way. I might do the sky, and then I might do this, and then I might do that in the middle. We'll see. So the sky is not blue at this point. It is a sunset. That is definitely a sunset. And I'm just going to put a little bit of orange down, which is it's a spicy color. And I'm going to be putting in some yellow in a minute. And I will be putting in some clouds on top of that. But this will represent that orangey sunset. And I'm trying to see if there's more than that or less than that. Because it's really orangey here and here, and then it goes into the yellow. So that's probably all of the orange. Even though it's like one of the very first colors you see, it's still back there, and I still got to put some clouds in front of it. Okay. Okay. That's all right. So now I'm going to go up to a King's Gold, which is a little bit of a mustard gold for the top. And I am going to use tiny, tiny dots like this. I'm going to make myself use tiny, tiny dots like this all night because I always get too much. This is perfect. This is perfect. So I'm going to just put this around a little bit on all sides of the orange. And there's going to be clouds on top of this. So hang in there. You just hang in there. Hang on, Soupy, hang on. Okay. And now I'm going to go to the lightest yellow. And I'm going to add a little bit of this. Too much, but it'll be okay, I promise. I'll scoot it around. I'll scooch it around. I got a little bit of wax paper on the back side so I can go right off the page. Okay. So this is my sky. I've still got my clouds to put down yet. So don't panic. Say, oh, that's too much. Nope, 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 nope. It's not too much. I am going to revisit my orange. I'm going to revisit some of my orange. Because I am going to be covering some of that up. And my yellow kind of took over, but that's okay. I might even go back to the gold, that golden yellow. Be the goldenrod, the King's Gold. And I'm just mixing these colors up. I cannot believe as hard as I squeezed that, nothing came out. A little bit more of that. Okay, what's this going on here? My brush is shedding, and I'm rolling off the the hairs off of my brush. Yeah. We'll get these guys off. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I am liking this. And then I'm going to start with some purple. I think I'm going to let this dry. It's still damp. Oh my goodness, I have not been watching chat. We doing okay? Okay, everybody all right? Okay, so now I'm going to start into some of this purple line right in through here. And I did pick out some purple. Not that one. This one. This is a purple pansy. There's another one with a violet in it that I use a lot, and there's not much left in it. This one is African violet, and I'm going to probably use a combination of these two shades, believe it or not, because you know how I like to blend and all that good stuff. So this is going to be part of the clouds and the horizon, the very furthest horizon. And I think some of this might be liquidy. Okay, we'll go plan B. I know purple and yellow do look good together. So I'm going to use the same brush and I'm just going to tap into my lid. And that's how much I've got. Not a whole lot there, okay? And I'm going to go across my whole screen, the whole paper here. And that might be enough right there. So I'm going to take my napkin and I'm just going to wipe off the rest of it because I can always add more, right? So I'm going to go back and forth right on top of each other. And now I'm going to go into a blue. And I'm looking at I'm going to try this. I'd like to have a deeper blue. I do have a navy blue in here. I've got the Admiral blue. Of course we want Admiral. But now there's something I want to do also. And I'm thinking I want to do a mask. If you've never done a mask with me, oh, guys, you are in for a treat. You are in for a treat. I have this product. I want to do a mask. And I'm surprised I just now thought of it. But a mask is something that you put down, okay? And then you paint on top of it. And you do all kinds of things that you want to paint with and all. And then after it dries, you can take the mask off. And the type of mask I'm going to use is a product called, as soon as I find it, it's a special product. And I haven't used it for a while. And I'm excited to get to use it again. And I think I know where it is. I just have to get to it up here. And you're going to love it. You're going to love what I'm doing. I promise. You will absolutely love this technique. And when I put the product on, I think I put it on with a little brush. Well, hi, Nora. Nora just barged right on in. Welcome, Nora. Come on, baby. I know it's here. I know it's here. I'm finding all kinds of other things. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit y'all on the head. Oh, come on. And I don't see it. But I do have another place I want to look. I do have another place I want to look. But masking is I think it's kind of old. I don't think it's anything, real modern. I think it's an old technique. And I'm almost to it. And if I can't find it in this box, I'll quit looking. If I can't find it, I'll quit this time. And I'll just have to find it and get it out for next time. But I'd love to try to use it with you guys. I haven't used it. I used it on an art project once with Debbie Epps. And catch my breath. Oh. We got some super lotion in here. Found all kinds of goodies. Here it is. It's called Art Masking Fluid. It's art masking fluid. And as soon as I catch my breath, we're going to use this. And it seems to me I probably have some more that of a different brand, but that's okay. This will work. But this is a rubber product. Whew, I just have to catch my breath. Okay. Went on a little wild goose chase there, didn't I? But I found it. Janet's making kitchen and she can't put me down. Okay, well, here's what I want to do, what I'm thinking. Because of these mountains, there's so many peaks, and it's like they're on top of each other, you know, and they're layered and layered and layered. And it's like I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers of mountains and mountains and mountains. And I want to try to bring that to here with you guys. So I'm going to see if this is any good, and I hope it is. It's a rubber product. I do need a dry brush of some sort here. I need this one will do. Maybe this one. So what I want to do is I'm going to paint this masking. See if I can do it. Oh, it is. It's good. So I'm going to paint layers. I'm going to do lines. And it's a rubber product. And that one is not working. So let me check, go down a little further. And I want to do lines. It's very rubbery. And you can see it. It feels like chewing gum. Or like a rubber band even. It's rubbery, like a rubber band. And this is very old. I've had this for a while, a couple years. So I don't know if I can get to use it or not, but we'll see. So I'm putting the mask down. You can also mask with paper, you know, if you want to do some paper, and that might work as well. We just have to make sure that we get it down. And like I said, it is rubbery, but it will come off. You can rub it off. You can also use a like an eraser to get it off. So I am trying my best to get some of it down. And I'm going to do, you can see it turns a funny color when it dries. So what I'm going to do is do a couple of layers. And some of these are sharp and some of them are smooth. And different. And I'm mixing it up because I have no clue how much longer this stuff's going to last. I've had it for a long time and I need to use it up. So we'll see if I can't use some of this. We're having fun. We're making a mess. Right? We're having fun. So my goal is to make some layers. And we're just trying this out for the very first time. So if it doesn't work, we'll paint another picture. We'll fix it to where we can do it. And again, it goes on and on and on. So many different layers and layers. So see how far I can go. I'm going to make one down here. Make one down here too. Because all of this down to the bottom of the page is trees. So we're making some ridges for the Blue Ridge Mountains. So I need to play more with this so it doesn't go to waste, right? Okay, bye, Violet, honey. Okay, honey. Good night, Violet. Thanks for coming in. I'll post it. I'll post a picture. So anyway, I got 3. So I think that's enough for that for now. And I'm going to use my shades of blues. And I do think I probably need to use a palette for some of these. Because I want to do layers and stuff. So I'm going to use a little bit of that one and this other one here. Here it comes. Here it comes. That's what we want to see. I got some of that purple. And I am going to use this blue too. And see, they're dark. They're dark. The mountains are dark, right? They're dark. But yet the mist, the gray makes them lighter, right? So I'm going to put them down. I'm going to water these down a little bit so that when I put them down, I can still work with it somehow to add in the gray that I want to add. I can either do the gray or I can do the white. I love this gray. I am going to have to get some more of it. This is called Dolphin Gray. Love it. It's one of my favorite colors because you can do stuff with it. And it looks it covers really good. It's an old paint that I've had in my stash for 3 or 4 or 5 years. No joke. So I am going to be needing some blues and some greens. So I'm just going to add a dot of green. All right, 2 dots. 2 dots. And we're going to really be doing some creative blending. We are. And I can dip into all of these little greens. And I don't need a whole lot because the page is only this big, right? So I really won't need that much. And some of this one. And my favorite, this is going to be my favorite one. This one's the Jade Green. The Jade Green. I think this is going to be a winner right there for one of the major colors. Okay, so, and then I got another purple one over here. We're just going to play around until we find our muse. Isn't that right? So I'm going to, and whenever I paint over top of this, masking stuff, I will go real light because I don't want to lift it up. I'm going to try and put the heat gun to it for just a minute and dry some of it. I don't want to melt it. I just want to dry it. So what I have masked, when I finished painting, I'm going to take this off with an eraser, and it will be snow white underneath, and I can continue to paint and try to keep them layers going. I want a bunch of layers. So we're just playing around to see if it'll work. It may not even work. So we'll see. So I'm going to start off with another shade of this purple. This is the other one. And I'm going to, this is going to be next to the sky. And as far as here on out, you do what you feel, what you think would look good. You feel, I'm going strictly on my mood here, of what I think might look good. And when you do multiple colors like this, you get to, you're the master of the paintbrush. You get to do whatever you want to do. If it feels like going over this away, then you go over that away. And remember, you could always paint on top. If this dries, you can paint on top of it. So I've got 2 shades of purple going on here, and you probably can't even tell that there's 2 shades in there, but there are. And I'm also going to do a touch of blue. And I might switch to another brush because this one is a little wider than what I want. So I am going to go to a smaller brush, and this means I will be taking my time painting with a smaller brush because it takes longer to do it. And I'm afraid that this paintbrush here is ruined because I've got that rubber stuff on it, and I'm not going to be able to get it off. So that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I've got more paintbrushes. I've got tons of paintbrushes. And this one might work. This one might be the one I want to do. I want a thin line. This one I can do thick or I can do thin. So let's try this one. So I'm going to go back down to some of my gray and go right underneath that one. And I'm going right over top of, if I go over top of that rubbery stuff, the mask, don't worry about it. Not going to hurt a thing. It's going to hide the paper underneath of it. And I'll rub it all off in a minute. So now I'm thinking, I want to wet my brush. And I'm just going to wet my brush. and use it. Okay. So now I'm getting into some of these colors. I'm making every bit of this up as I go. Every bit of it. I'm making it up. So I'm spreading that out, and now I'm going to start going up and down a little bit along the mask. Go up and down some of the mountains now. And I want this back here to have more smoky, misty stuff. I do. So I'm going to go back into my gray and and try to tone some of that back. I might even wet my brush a little bit. And now it's getting misty. Look at that mist. Would you just look at that? That was with that gray on top of all that purple. And again, I can go back over any of it if I want some of that purple, more prominent. This is good. I love that right there. I love that. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to wet my brush and put me a little bit of water on my palette. And I'm going to go into another Blue Ridge Mountain. I haven't tried this one yet. So let me go into this, and I'm just touching my brush to it. And it's in the water, and it's going to be thin. And I'm going to do a layer of this one. And I'm going right up and down the zigzag of my mask. Right up and down, almost like a watercolor. It looks like watercolor now. The watercolor might have done a better job, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, we'll love it. I know we will. We'll love it. So I'm going to get a little bit more of this blue again. Just a little bit. And I'm going to go underneath the next mask. Right underneath the next mask line. Underneath this mountain. Good. And then I'm going to do it again. Dip it in the water a little bit. And I'm going to go into the bottom of this mask. Okay, so we can continue, and I'm just going to dip into different greens and blues and try them out a little bit. We're making these mountains. Making the mountains. Now down here, I'm going to actually do trees. Remember the truck in the cutting the Christmas tree down on the farm, and the truck had trees out back, and then the barn, how the trees were out back. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're going to do. Trees like that up here, but they're going to be real small. They're not going to be big like the ones I did on my page. So I'm mixing in some other greens. Here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you can take this masking fluid and you can add color to it, like a hot pink or something, and that way you know where the mask is on white paper because it kind of blends together. And And that's helpful too at times. That's helpful. So I'm just going to add some more greenage. This is a good color. And I still don't know what we're going to put down when I rub the mask off. It's going to be Snow White in 3 lines, 3 mountain lines. Mountain lines. Little play on words. And so I don't know if I'm going to put gray or if I'm going to use black or I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to decide. So in through here, I want it to be, some more mountains and more gray. See, I have barely used any of this paint. I have barely used it. I can continue to use purple in here, even if I want to mix a little bit of this blue with a little bit of this purple. I can do that. I sure can. And I can add a little water to it. And I could try putting it down and see what color I get. I can let it dry and do something else in between. I can continue to make up colors if I wanted to. I could make up some more colors and be as creative as you like. As creative as you like. Majestic. Majestic purple mountains. Majesty. And then you can take and fill in the greens. And we can go over top of that with the smoky. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is the first time I've done it, guys. You're seeing it here for the first time. Right here, buddy. Making history. Making history. Now this limey green, I definitely want to be putting it down here, and I'm going to be trying to do some trees. Like this. That's what I'm going to be doing. All right. Hi, Sharon. Welcome to my mess. I don't know if it's going to be something or not, but I'm trying to do uh, mountains. I am. I'm trying. I'm trying to do mountains, and I'm trying to decide. I need another color. And this is going to be the color right here. This is the color right there. This is the color I want. We're doing West Virginia mountains. I've never in history have they been done like this before. This is a history moment. We could write it down, date it, time it, and be sure and write it down so that it'll go in history somewhere. Never before have the mountains been done like this. Mm-hmm. It looks like a hot mess. But it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I can just feel it in my bones. Because we always have to go through that ugly stage, right? Got to go through that ugly stage. And I'm going to take some of this and I am going to make some treetops. I don't know, something like that. I'm doing a variety. It might, Cheryl, you are correct. It just might be something better. That's correct. We're going to hope for something better. We are. So, what we do in here is we're going to do layers and layers of treetops on top of treetops, and we're going to use all of the colors. And I do like this blue because it's going to bring out those Blue Ridge Mountains. Mm-hmm. That's what it's going to do. That's that royal blue. So have that touch. It will have the Beth Schuler touch. You got that right. I'm going to be famous, guys. Thanks, Jude. I about well, sometime last probably November, December, I quit signing my name. I've been putting the dates, but I haven't signed my name to any of my art pieces. I need to go back and sign my name so that when I die, somebody's going to find all these art books in a dumpster somewhere, right? They're going to go dumpster diving and they're going to take these books out and they're going to put them up in the attic. And and then in 50 years the antique roadshow is going to come by and someone going to say, well, I found these up in this house. We just bought the house last year and all of these books were up in the attic, so we don't know anything about them. Oh, these are the famous Beth Schuler pictures. Here we go. They're going to be worth all about $10 a piece. Sure, they will. That was back in the mixed media era. When it was popular, the mixed media era. And that's when all these people got on YouTube and started painting lives. And am I barking up the right tree? These crazy women, they were doing mixed media. That was back way back when they started when they invented the ACT card, the famous ACT card. And I can remember watching a video of a guy, it was a young man who did it. He started the artist trading card. It was with him that started it. But I don't remember his name. But somebody had to start it. So anyway, I am doing layers and layers of these pine trees down here. And I'm going to do them in all shades of greens and colors. And they're going to overlap each other because that's what trees do, right? So we'll see how it works. I am I am having a ball. I don't know about you guys, but I am really liking this. It's coming. It's doing more to me than what I can possibly think of. It is. It's amazing. Joe is driving me nuts with something that he's cooking in there. He's a cooking. He's cooking, and he's using coconut oil. One fond memory that I'm a fond memory in my head. Fourth grade, passing time, passing away the time before the bus bell rings. The teacher is singing, getting us to sing songs. I can remember being the last day of school in the fourth grade, and we started singing all these songs, and it was like this land is your land, this land is my land, and we were singing Shenandoah Valley, uh, and some of those songs are kind of slow and sad. And I can remember one little girl started crying because it was the last day of school, and we weren't going to see each other till next year, till the end of summer. And all the little girls start crying, and I kind of thought, I'm not a crybaby. I I didn't cry. I didn't cry, and I thought, but I respected them in their moments. Oh my gosh! And we sang all these patriotic songs, and the one with the Statue of Liberty, and the America, yeah, it had to be America, and lots of different songs. Here comes Joe. He's showing off his dish. Mm-mm. Look at that, guys. What's that look like?
Um, well, I was gonna say it looked like little trees.
Exactly. They're little trees.
Hmm. Did anybody get to see the asteroid go by the Earth?
It was the space station, I think.
No, asteroid
Okay.
today.
No.
Hmm.
Here, I'll do it. You got too much goop on it.
Too much goop.
Too much goop.
Well, the chicken is done, really done, because I did not cook the goop on it. And then after it got
Don't put any more goop on it. Too much.
too much,
Yeah.
wow.
It's okay.
Okay.
We can wipe it off.
You can save it for the
You got any more chicken that you haven't put goop on it?
yeah, but it's frozen.
Oh, here, baby. Thank you.
There's
It's good. That'll be good on a sandwich.
there's a
The bread will take up some of the goop.
steak taters. Steak fries.
We're having steak fries too, guys. Mm-mm. Okay, let me get back to work. Okay, the chicken is good. Pretty good. All right, now let me get some trees down in here. Can you see at the bottom? I think it's looking pretty good. Now, see all that purple? Don't worry, because I'm going to put some more trees overlapping that, so it won't be bad. I won't have too much showing of the purple. The girls are in here with me. They are lounging on the floor. And I'm going to put a little bit of this green in here. Okay, we're doing it. We're stippling our trees in. Mm-hmm. Working good. So, doing all right. So let me get some other green in here. Now this is that metallic. I can go back over the metallic. It'll just be every other. You can sort of see the shimmer right here, right there, at the bottom here, and I can put a little bit more of that up here, just by tapping it in a little bit here and there. Tapping it in there a little bit. Okay, so I'm about ready to rub off our masking fluid here. Just a little bit more. Finish up down here. And I'm going to take some of this green, and I'm not sure what color I want to put in it. Little blue. fill in the corners. Like that. Just fill in the last. There we go. That looks good. I mixed the blue and the green together. Go up the side there. And I think I'm done with this down in here. So if there's any spots that catches my eye that I think needs touched, I can touch. Okay, so now I'm going to go back up and I'm going to start. I've got to make some clouds, and I think I'm going to use this same little brush, and I'm going to start making some clouds. And I do want to add some lighter yellow right up in here. I might even just do it in white. It needs to be real sky white, shining through up here. So I don't know if the yellow that I had was going to be good enough, light enough. I can make it lighter. Heck, yeah, I got the painting power. I got the painting power, girls. I don't need to look for anything special. I'll make it special. So I'm going to put some yellow right here on my palette. Like this. Clean my brush. Clean my brush. Dip it in some white gesso. And boom. I got my white light yellow. You got that right, guys. There it is. Had too much yellow, but that's okay. So I'm going to go up here and add some more lighter values to the sky. Lighter values. Very nice. And I will let that dry. I will let that dry. See, it's good. It's good. And now I'm going to rub this off. And it should just rub off with your finger. And see how I'm rolling my finger over top of the rubber? And I'm rolling the rubber up into a little ball. And this is the rubber, the masking fluid. And here's what it left behind. So I'm just going to roll it all up onto one, make a little rubber ball with it. And this is called masking fluid. It's in the art department. I think Walmart carries it. And then now I'm going to paint these. So I got three lines up here, so I'm going to do them all. Rub it off. You can also use an eraser if you want to use your white eraser, or a gummy eraser will work as well. And I am not having any problems whatsoever using my finger. As long as your finger doesn't wear out, you'll be good. But this is an art tool that if you were to have if you were to go to art school, they would teach you about this in art school. It's one of those things that you would learn about in art and different ways that you can use masking fluid. And as you can see, I've rubbed it all off. It's all gone. And my page is dry and everything. So now I get to do something more with these, and I have no idea what I'm going to do yet. So Kristen said Amazon said the post office made a mistake. Oh my gosh. I can't imagine the post office making a mistake. So I'm going to go back up here. This is dry now. And I'm going to try to add in some of my gray for clouds. Okay. And it's more cloudier over here. And I'm going to use this gray. So I'll just dip into the gray and see what we can do with cloudages. Here we go. And I kind of like it. I think it's okay. I think the gray is perfect. And I'm just doing little striation lines for the layering of the clouds. And I'm thinking of stopping right there. Yeah, the Misty Hills. Okay, I'm getting there. And I'm thinking about turning these lines into gray and just leaving them gray. Paint them on with gray and then wipe them off. Like that. I don't know. Making it up as I go, guys. You know that, right? It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fabulous. This is a brand new technique. So I hope somebody's taking notes on how this is actually done. Oh, they have a fluid marker. That sounds good. That sounds good. I think I've got another one that has a tip on it, but I didn't see it in the box, but it's probably in there. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Woohoo! This is good. This is good. They are. The clouds are doing this in the morning and the night. They sure are. They sure are. And it's awesome to be driving down a road in the middle of these valleys, seeing this shade, this blue green shade, and that's all the color you see on both sides of the road is striking. Mhm. Okay. There's my West Virginia mountains. That's it. That's all I know to do. I can continue with some of the mist, but we're getting some sunshine over here on these trees, and the sun's a shining over here. So, okay, I think I'm gonna call it done. It's different. And my grandmother would say, well, it's different. That's right, Nana. It's different, all right. Got that right, Nana. My little Nana. Mm-hmm. I used all the blues and all the greens. Mm-hmm. And we had fun. Just think of the fun that we had making this. All the laughter and the the rabbit trails. I think I'm gonna put this down on the next page. But I do like it. I think it looks good. Let's see if I can sign it. And today is January the 18th, 2022. Signed and dated. So you all can fight over it. But you know what I think about is some of these books. If I go to a nursing home, I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to go willingly, because that way I won't have any negative feelings for when I do go to the nursing home. It'll be like I chose it, and it'll be a fun event. And I'm going to take some of these art books with me, and I'm going to sit on my bed and look at these in the evenings, And I'm going to say, when we made this, let's see if we can find the video on TV. And I'll go to the YouTube video and do the search for this date. And I'll find my video on this and I'll get to watch it again. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, Melissa, I will. But now you see, there's no sense in arguing about where you're going to go. If you have to go willingly and have a good time, and maybe I'll be next to one of you guys. Maybe you'll be down the hallway from me. Just think of how much fun we're going to have, or just think about the women down the hallway from me and how lucky they are going to be that I'm going to come in there and paint for them. I'll take my easel and I can do a painting and they can watch me. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm just dreaming, just a dreaming. Nothing wrong with dreaming. Great. Okay, so this one and this one to Melissa. I sent her those two pictures and I will put them on my Facebook group as well. Let me go to, here is my room. Here we go. And I'm going to post both of these. What else? You can see a tire track, a tire track driving through the wilderness. You might. So anyway, we had a nice little lesson. Did I take any more pictures of anything else? Oh, the high rises, I'll post them. So there. So we got to do this. We got to do the 365 book. We did the devotion. And I think that was everything on my list. We opened up the wool. I got the wool put away. Wheelchair races. There you go, Janice. Down the hall, running with skid marks, sliding in my house slippers. You know how oh shoot, Tom Cruise, how he slid in his socks, in front of the doorway. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my fuzzy slippers on, and I'm going to run and slide in front of somebody's doorway and say, "Here I am." I probably won't be able to do that. I'm sure they'll have no running rules. Safety first. Okay. I've got my paintbrushes put away. I got most of my paint put away. And I signed it. And let me put the lid on my gesso. Save the gesso. Put the water away so we don't spill it. So this is Tuesday, so I will be back Thursday. It's almost 9:00. So I'll be on with Rebecca. We're going to felt. What did I do the other day? I don't remember what I did the other day. What did I do the other day? I felted. I don't remember what I did. I did the Starry Night. Oh, what's up here? Oh, I felted the dog. I felted the bulldog, or the him. I felted him. And the week before that, I felted this. And Starry Night, and this is an English Boston Terrier. And his name is George. And so we'll do something Thursday. We'll felt something, okay? And maybe we'll play a game Thursday. So with we can do another 365 book in the book. And I did post the one that we did today. So if anybody wants to draw windows on your in your art book, draw some windows. And it doesn't have to be in a high rise. It could just be just a page of windows, and you can draw different size windows. You can draw them bigger than this, and you can make your windows bigger, and put what you think would be cute in a window. Thank you, Sherry. Good night. Yes. Thanks, Sharon. Oh, okay. Thank you, Cheryl. Um, some of y'all posted, so let's see. Oh, wow, Sharon. Sharon needs to come online with me and do a Felting Thursday. Look what she did. I can't tell. Does he have glasses on? Nope. But he's got real pretty eyes. Look at him. Look at the details, guys. The eyebrows, the lips, the candy, the clothes. She made clothes. She made a shirt. And there's his little pants and his shoes. Such detail. Such detail. Very nice, Sharon. Oh, well done, my child. Oh, that is just so. He needs to have his hair combed. He have it parted real straight and part it real straight so that he's like going out on a date, like Alfalfa. Alfalfa would has his had his hair combed down and dippity doo down with a part. Oh, he is absolutely cute as a button, Sharon. Thank you. Oh, that is so sweet. She does very good felting projects, guys. So there's my page, and there's my mountains, majesties. So I think we did good. So how about that, guys? So okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day tomorrow. And if you need anything, just give me a message. I will answer day or night. I turn my notifications off so it doesn't bother me. So you can notify me all you want. And I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna go eat me a barbecue sandwich. So good night, everybody. I love y'all. Good night.